Hey everybody, Steve here, pressed by one. How are you? Hey, I will admit something right now. I am a degenerate. Plain and simple. I'm a degenerate for two reasons. Number one is 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming to you live doing some craps. Number two, I'm a degenerate because I have two freaking craps tables. That's just stupid. But I have my one main craps table. That's the one I keep in the house. That's my nice one from American Table Games. Shout out American Table Games. Booyah. And then I've got my garage craps table. Because my problem is my craps table in my room, in my house, is right next to my bedroom wall. So when my wife is trying to go to sleep or is asleep, like right now, I can't play. But I can always come out to the garage, my friends. Now you may hear the washing machine in the background going. Suck it up. It's just part of the ambiance of middle of the night craps. So, which is mid dash night craps, middle of the night craps. It's not midnight, it's past midnight. It's 1 a.m. here on the Pacific coast. But anyway, let's do this, shall we? We're going to play some craps and have some fun. We're going to play I'll do a repeater bet. We're going to play the repeater bet because I'm in love with the repeater bet. So we're going to do the repeater bet. We're going to play on a $25 table. I'm on the equivalent. It's the way my table's built. I built I have a temporary. Well, I'll talk about it another time. Anyway, it's the equivalent. I'm going to be shooting from a stick right one type of position, and it's going to be the equivalent of shooting on a 12-foot table. I do have. I know this looks funny at the end. If you ever watch if you watch my channel, you feel like you're not seeing the end, but you are. The table, the way I've got this laid out, you can only see half of the second set of boxes. So you're seeing the whole end of the table. Don't worry about that. You're seeing the whole end of it. Uh, anyway, we'll talk another time about it. But let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's have some fun. And we're gonna have a $20 bank, $20. We're gonna have a $20 bankroll, which is gonna make this game really hard to do anything with. We have a $2,000 bankroll that I'll lay out right there. I don't want to block it. There it is. $2,000 bankroll. Oh, no, October. Where the heck is it? There it is. $2,000 bankroll. I can do it on this side. $2,000 bankroll right there. So let's go ahead and do what we're going to do. Now, on the repeater bet, if you remember, so we've talked about this a lot. If you watch, you need to watch my videos. You haven't watched my videos, shame on you. Go watch my freaking videos. But the repeater, the idea behind it is if you have to roll a certain number of times before you get paid on the bonus. So you have to roll the 2 or the 12 two times, and you'll get paid 40 to 1. You roll the 3 or the 11 three times, that pays you 50 to 1. 4 and 10 four times, that pays 65 to 1. 5 and 9 five times, that'll pay you 80 to 1. And then 6 and 8 six times, that'll pay you 90 to 1. Okay, so I'm going to have that bet. Now, the main bet strategy we're doing today is Hawaii Crap Shooters. They called it Hawaii 5-0. I renamed it at one point to keep the green because the idea behind it is every time you get a green chip on a payoff, you keep the green chip. You never put it back out. You can always collect the green chip. Now, the caveat that I added into it is that you always have to press your bet up by at least $12 or at least 2 units. Not press by one, press by two. You always have to press by at least two as you go because you do run into a problem. Like if you start off on a $25 table and you go from 25 to 35, well, or if on the 6 and 8 you go from 30 to 42, what's the next hit? It's 49, right? Well, you drop $1 and you get $50, you get two green. You keep the green, you're not investing anything. So you have to go up by at least $12. Um, anyway, I digress. All right, let's go ahead and play. Let's have some fun. You'll get the idea of the strategy we go. It's not overly complicated. I like easy strategies, and this is an easy strategy. It's kind of fun at the same time. Keep the green. Really good on St. Patrick's Day. Keep the green. We're still in the month of March, aren't we? Yeah, so it's still St. Patrick's month. That counts. All right. Oh, shoot. I should open up my phone just in case anybody else is silly enough to be up at this time of night. What if somebody's trying to chat with me? How crazy would that be? But let's see. Let's see what happens. Let me see. Do-do-do. All right, let me get on to the, let me log on to it. Sorry about that. Guys, if you know me, if you watch my channel at all, you know that I quite often, wait a second, what is that one? I quite often do this where I kind of forget. Am I not live? No, I'm live, but it's not showing. I'm not seeing that I'm live on my, there we go. There's the liveness. Hey, Scott, how are you? I know, it's crazy, isn't it? How's my volume? Am I not live? Yeah, there's my volume. Well, Scott, welcome. Welcome to the, this is like the late night talk show, man. I don't know if any of y'all, oh gosh, what was his name? There was a dude back in the 70s and 80s, Dr. Gene Scott, who would sit there and he'd sit in his chair and he'd smoke his cigar and drink his scotch or whatever and just wax poetic about the aliens coming and doing the pyramids and just, boy, Dr. Gene Scott, I can't believe I forgot all about him. He was crazy. But anyway, Scott, where are you, by the way? Let me know where you're from, and we'll do first time caller, long time listener. All right, well, you're letting me know where you're from. I'm going to start setting up here. So what we're going to do on the 6 and the 8, I'm going to go big. We're going to do $50 on the 6 and the 8. We're going to do 25 each on the 5 and the 9. And then we're going to do 15 each. Let me see. Art Bell. Oh, Central Florida. Oh, well, 4 o'clock in the morning. Are you getting ready for work? Or what's your deal? Why are you up at this crazy time? And then we'll do 15 on the 4 and the 10. Okay. So all that set up. $25 pass line. We're going to do 10C, 5E. We're going to do our 10C, 5E bet. Actually, you know what? We're going to go a little crazy. We're going to do 20C, 10E. Now, some people ask why do 20C, 10E? Why not do $25 on the horn high ace deuce, $5 on a yo? It's the same amount of money. Here's why. Check this out. If I win on an ace deuce, let's say I've got a $25 ace deuce, okay? $25 ace deuce with a $5 on the yo. The $25 ace deuce, I roll the ace deuce, it pays me 2 units on the ace deuce, which is 10 times 16, $10 times 16 pays me $160, right? Minus the 10, that's fine, or minus the $30, so I get $130 total. If I rolled an 11, I have 1 unit from the horn high, I have 1 unit from the straight yo, which means I have 10 times 160 minus the 30 to keep it up. It's $130 that it pays. Now watch this. If I have $25 on the horn high ace deuce and $5 on the yo, and I roll a 2 or a 12, it pays me 31 to 1, which is minus 30 is 125. I'm losing $5 from that. But if I come over here, I make $5 less than if I rolled a 3 or an 11. But if I come over here to the C and E, which you can't see, you can see me pointing over. That's kind of weird looking. I don't know how to make that look better, but you just suck it up. The C and it hits 20 times 8 is $160 minus a 30. It's $130. So if I roll a 2 or a 12 and I'm using horn high, I make $125. If I roll a 2 or a 12 and I've got $20 on the C, I make, well, your wife was with you if I remember correctly. I do remember. Well, how you been? Everything hopefully been going well. That's back when I lived in Vegas still. All right, let's go ahead and get going. I'm going to crack open a Dr. Pepper because nothing's middle of the night craps like a Dr. Pepper. All right, here we go. We're going to use a 3-5-3-1 die set. I'm doing my new backhand toss that I do. I'm right-handed, but I'm going to do left hand. Uh-oh, buffering. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm looking like I'm still good. Okay. 3-5-3-1 die set. Dice are out. I set it up with my right hand, and I switched to my left hand for the backhand toss. I'm going straight down. I'm trying to land like just past the over 7 on the table. That was a little short of that, but that's a 6-2-8. So we have our first 8. And I should have put money out on the table, darn it. I was going to put, usually you guys know I put money out there. Okay, we're going to come back up on the $30 there. And let's go ahead and get set up. We're going to keep the green. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do 160. And what I'm going to try to do is try to be disciplined. Now, what do I mean? And I'm going to put the $30 on the 8. Oh, I don't have a stupid on-off puck out here. Darn it! I need to get one out of the table. Oh, is it still really buffering? Dang it! I'm showing that I've got good connection.